Welcome to my top 10 most anticipated comics for December 6, 2023. I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. Guys, it's never too early to start that pull list for next week, and hopefully this list does help you make decisions on what comic books to buy. Before we get into it, guys, I just gotta give a quick shout out to Whatnot. If you have not downloaded Whatnot yet, there is a link in the description box below. When you use my link, guys, it's going to give you $15 credit once you make your first purchase on Whatnot. So whether you're a collector of toys, comics, action figures, Hot Wheel cars, it's all there for you to buy and save yourself $15. It's absolutely for free. It does support the channel, and thank you. All right, so let's kick off this week's most anticipated with the hot seat, and we have Batman, Santa Claus, Silent Night, issue 1. This is something definitely very different, as Santa Claus is going to make his way to Gotham City, and he's going to team up with Batman because there's all these murders that is going on. This is something that I normally would never anticipate in a DC Comics book, but hey, I guess this could be a lot of fun, and we're gonna see how Santa can kick some butt, right? So this book is 32 pages, and it's $4. Moving on to the book that's on the rise, we have Patrol Head. This is issue 2. The first issue was quite interesting, something different about these robots that raced, and it was this huge sport. It was almost like wrestling. It was fixed in many ways, but as time has gone along, these robots have basically gone extinct, except maybe one of these robots. And the Earth is in dire straits. Like, there is no more atmosphere. Everything is in domes. And there was this scientist that was supposed to save the Earth's atmosphere and bring Earth back to life. He was under extreme pressure, so he winds up running away with his daughter. This robot is running off with him, and now everybody else is going to be chasing him. Looks very interesting. Curious to see the developments of this story. Very bright, vibrant colors. Looking forward to issue 2 here. 32 pages, another $4 comic book. So officially kicking off the top 10, we have The Sentry. This is issue 1. So we have Bob Reynolds, who is no longer around, and a lot of people are developing Sentry's powers and their memories as well. So who is going to survive the experience? Who's going to survive him having, or who's going to survive having his powers, right? Who will be the new Sentry? I don't know. Same thing. Time will tell. This could be a pretty cool comic book. There's a lot of Sentry news going on. Obviously, we got the announcement of who's playing the Sentry in the movie. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this comic and the movie as well. So this book is 40 pages, and this one is $5. You're also going to have characters like Misty Knight and Jessica Jones in this comic. So that could be make it for a much more interesting comic. Number 9, we have XMen issue 29. If you're looking for some Dr. Doom, well, you're going to get it in this comic book, because Dr. Doom has his very own team of Latavarian mutants. So how they're going to serve him, how it's going to benefit the X-Men universe, I'm not sure, but it could be for a very fun ride. It looks like we're going to get Wolverine in here, and Dr. Doom, and obviously some crazy other mutants. I don't know. The past couple issues of X-Men have not been that great, so hopefully this one kind of boosts it a little bit. Overall, though, the Fall of X has been a lot of fun. Number 8, we have Midlife, How to Hero at 50, issue 3. This has been a great series, as we've had this fire chief who's actually afraid of fighting fires because of what happened to his dad. And now he found out that in this like little freak accident that he is immune to fire, and he can save lives. So now he's become basically a superhero. This book is really humorous at times, especially when it goes back to like the 90s and they talk about comic book movies as friends and things like that. But this is really pretty cool. And now he has to make a decision if he's going to tell his wife or not that that he is this new superhero or has these types of powers? Is he going to keep it a secret? So we'll see how this continues to develop. 32 pages, $4. Number 7, we have The Avengers. This is issue 8, written by Jed McKay. And the Avengers have been really good as they've gone against these bad guys called the Ashen Combine, and they defeated them, and they wound up taking over their floating city, which becomes the new Avengers base that orbits Earth. And now at the end of the last issue, we got another group of characters, which we did see, I think, in the beginning of the year in Timeless issue 1, and they're called the Madrid. So in his Twilight Court. So that could be really a lot of fun. I like how Jed McKay is trying to produce new villains, not the same old run-of-the-mill stuff that we've seen over and over again. It's been entertaining. What I do want to see, though, is I want to see some character development with our ongoing characters, our heroes, right? So we'll see what happens. 28 pages, $4. Number 6. And this is right in the middle of the road for me because the crappy issues of Amazing Spider-Man have been, really bad, and it's dropped off my top anticipated or most anticipated. Here we have the Amazing Spider-Man issue 39, which officially kicks off the gang war. So I feel like Zeb Wells has written some pretty solid stuff when it's come to Tombstone, the whole wedding situation. Like, those have been some interesting stories, and I'm curious on what gang war is going to offer for its readers. Is it going to be like, this book that comes out twice a month where people are going to be highly anticipating, or is it going to be this long drawn out crappy artwork from John Romita Jr. Borefest? And I hope it's not that. Hopefully it will be good. Hopefully there's some kind of stakes involved. This is legacy numbering 933. And you're going to get 36 pages for $6. That's high, man. Top 5, here we go. We have the Invincible Iron Man issue 13. So we have Tony Stark, who's obviously been teaming up with Emma Frost, which they're technically married. They had to get this metal, this alloy, to try to defeat the Sentinels. The newest issue just came out, I think, this past week, which I'm still have to read it. So I'm one issue behind as of this recording, but it looks like he's going to be teaming up with Ironheart once again. It's been kind of good not seeing her, I'm not going to lie. Because I just love the interactions between him and Emma. It's been great, and I that's what's made the book for me, and I love its connection to Fall of X as well. We'll see where it goes. Legacy numbering 662, 28 pages, $4. Number 4, we have Blood Commandment issue 2. So this was a very interesting first issue, as we had a father and a son retreat to the woods, living basically isolated from the rest of the town or the city. And there's this deep, dark secret that the father has that the son doesn't really know. And you wind up finding out that secret in the first issue. The art is very dark. It's very detailed. I really loved it, and it got very gory at the end. And you can't help feel the pain that this father is going through. Read it, find out after the first issue. I don't want to give it away, but you'll really enjoy it. This one is 32 pages, and this is $4. Top 3 now. It's been a while since this has come out. This is Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. Issue 2. So we got introduced to the very first issue of this, as we wind up getting to see this mama bear who goes to the big city to commit these crazy murders, and she takes these people back to her town and she dissects them and buries them under the ground, and it's like this very thing that she has to have. It's just like she's so set in her way. She's a serial killer, and she's been doing it for 20 years. And 2, we wind up seeing a murder happen in our own town, and now things are going to, I don't know, going to heat up for our main character because, this town has been very innocent for all this time, and now they're going to be digging in places, and they might find all the bodies that she's been burying after all these years. So looking forward to this. Love the art. It seems like this very simple, kid-friendly book, and it's everything but that. Can't wait for issue 2. 32 pages, $4. Coming in at number 2, we have The Sacrificers, issue 5. Man, oh man. Issue 4 was very interesting, right? Or issue 3 was, because in issue 3, you found out what happened to the kids and what they're used for, right? And so in issue 4, you wind up finding out that this essence made these gods very young again. And that was crazy. And once again, we have the recycle truck here to make your day very, very pleasant. Hold on one second. So we're back. Save the Earth, wake the dead, right? Oh my gosh, so loud. But anyway, when it comes to Sacrificers issue 5, it's a great book. I definitely recommend it. We find out all that stuff, what happens to the kids, what happens to the extraction of the brain, and what it does for these gods. And then we get to see the daughter of the main god himself retreat and go on this mission on her own. So very interesting, also very emotional book as well when it comes to the father of the first sacrificer kid. So again, there's a lot of little moving pieces. I'm not sure where Rick Remender's going to go with this, but this is definitely a recommend. 32 pages, $4. All right, guys, so remember, after number 1, we're not done, as we have the noteworthy comic books to talk about, because even though these are my top 10, they might not be your top 10, and there's still a whole other list of comics that might go on your radar. But number 1 will, of course, go to The Transformers issue 3. So issue 1, we got introduced to, the Transformers and them waking up. And then in issue 2, we got introduced to, Cybertron and what the war is. And we get to see how much of a hero the Optimus Prime is. And he's taking responsibility of the war. And then the Decepticons are just causing chaos because they don't give two shits, right? So that's that. And the artwork is absolutely awesome. The action is really good. We got thrown for a loop when it came to Carly and her father in the last issue. So I want to see how this continues. Can't wait, man. And maybe we'll get introduced to more Decepticons or more Autobots as well. I like how it's not overwhelming the reader with introducing all of these Cybertronians. It's just one at a time so the reader can get to know everybody. This one, 32 pages, $4. So here we go. Noteworthy Comics, kicking it off with Marvel Comics. And we first have Venom. This is issue 28. We got Black Widow as the newest symbiote by the name of Widow. Next, we have Fantastic Four. This is issue 14. I feel like a lot of people read the last issue because of Doom having a dinosaur. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Then we have Daredevil. This is issue 4. The series has been okay for me. I feel like it's starting to drop down a little bit. Looks like he's going to be doing battle against Bullseye. Then we have Star Wars issue 41. I got nothing to say about that because it's just been boring. Alpha Flight issue 5, a book I unfortunately fell off of. I did like the first 2 issues. Then we move on to DC Comics. We have Batman. We have issue 140. Much improved from the Gotham War. We got Joker involved, but still nothing any different that I haven't already read with Batman and the Joker. It just doesn't seem anything new, but the artwork is absolutely gorgeous. Next, we have Poison Ivy, issue 17. Then we move on to Shazam. This is issue 6. We have Birds of Prey. This is issue 4. I don't know why I keep saying this comes out, but it's Fire and Ice. Welcome to Smallville, issue 4. Anybody reading this book, anybody at all, let me know. Then we have the Titans Beast World Tour Metropolis Issue 1. We have Titans Beast World Waller Rising Issue 1. And then we move on to the Indie Comics, where we have the release of King Spawn. This is issue 28. The Walking Dead fans, we have the Walking Dead Deluxe. This is issue 78. Then for the Sonic fans, right, we have Sonic the Hedgehog issue 67. Next, we have The Hunger in the Dusk issue 4. Then we have Unnatural Blue Blood issue 6. So there you guys have it. There are my top 10 and most anticipated comic books for December 6th, 2023. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I want to know in the comments below, what are you most looking forward to that particular comic book week? As always, guys, I'm going to leave you some of my content for you to click on, whether it's my comic book haul or top 10 comic book covers of the week. Go ahead, have some fun, click on it. And of course, guys, as always, keep buying, keep collecting, but more importantly, always read those comics and support those local comic shops. Guys, I'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye.